to Debbie's Grill, where we talk about issues that matter to the state, void of politics, fear, or favor. Akufo-Addo could have wiped out the entire leadership of the NDC over double salary and put them in Nsawam prison. So this is coming from the camp of the New Patriotic Party, and they are stating that the current administration is giving them a lot of pressure. The current administration is arresting their people. The current administration is infringing on their rights. The current administration is intimidating them. They are not giving them the freedom to move and also to breathe. But imagine the former president came into power and he did same to them. Then they would have been sure that all the NDC, will be in prison, or they'll be in someone prison by now. So now the question lies on, if you are a party, a political party, and then you comes into power, and then you feel like the government you've taken after, or the party you've taken from, left behind a very bad precedent, what do? You go after them. If it has to do with all of them going into the prison, why not you push them there? You push them there for the sake of the people. You push them there in the interest of the people. Because when you push them there, then it means that they didn't do their work right. Because when I hold an office and someone takes after me, before I hand over my notes and everything to the person, I'm supposed to clarify to the person, make the person know that, well, when I came to this office, this was what I was given to. This is how far I've come. This is what is left behind. This is the debt we incur. Then you make the person know. You create the awareness of the person before the person before the person takes over that office. And you saying that if the MPP should have walked in the same route as the NDC has done or is doing now, all the NDC members would have been in prison by now. So you had that opportunity. Why didn't you do it? Why didn't you do it? And this kind of notion that all politicians are the same, it's true. All politicians are equally the same. Because I've never seen a politician arresting a politician before. No, I've never seen that. A politician arresting his fellow politician. I've never seen it happening. They always don't do that. They find a way of covering their people in the sight of the ordinary citizen. They speak as if they are for them, but then behind the scene, they work for their own people. They push them up there. They cover them up. And that is why we see all that we see. One has to do with corruption. Because a government will come on board. They don't have the interest of the people at heart. Instead of them putting up their best into what they've promised the people, fulfilling it and ensuring that these people are living very comfortably, they don't do it. And then they end up embezzling state money, amassing wealth for themselves, flying their families out of the country. And then the government that comes on board, instead of the government to take these people on, they won't do it. They'll just fold their arms and then look at you go scot-free. And when you come on in power and then you don't arrest anybody, then it means that it means they're not involved in any crime. Yes, that is what it means. When an office is being given to you, and then you take it over from someone, and then you are not able to report, maybe the person didn't tell you what he or she is supposed to tell you. And then upon resuming into that office, you've realized certain mistakes, challenges, and all that. What do? You confront the person. You communicate to higher authority. You let them know that this is what is going on. This is what has been left behind. You were not told the total truth. And then you let the people know that. But when you don't do it, then it means that the person is free. It means that the person is free from that crime. The person is free, whether from corruption, the person is free from it. Because you have no evidence to back your claim. So if you didn't do it, and someone comes into power, the person is arresting people because it feels like this person is engaged in one crime or the other, why then do you talk? Why then do you have to utter a word? So long as we are alive, the economy still runs, and then we have money in the system. We have corrupt people in the system as well. We have people who have already made up their mind that the only thing they will do is to embezzle state money. In fact, their mission on earth and the reason why they were created is just for that purpose, just to steal. And they're still with boldness, they're still with confidence because they know no one is coming after them. They know no one will question them. They know they are not going to stand before any court or any law or any judge. And even if they are to stand before a judge, they are going to be vindicated. And so they don't care. And that is why we've not even arrested one person. That is why we are not even able to prosecute anyone. Day in, day out, we changes governments and new government comes on board. And day in, day out, we hear them saying that the amount that has been left behind is not what was promised. So where is the rest of the money? Who has taken that money? You go after the person, then you arrest the person. You let the people know that you are doing your work. Because you cannot tell me that we live in a country where there are not thieves. There will definitely be thieves. Just imagine those ghost names that we've heard of. Deceased being paid. Employees taking NSS money. Retired officials are still receiving salary. People who have exited that work and have enrolled in a different work are still getting paid for a work they've stopped like 3-4 years ago. And then we buried this. And I think these are the things political parties need to sort out. If your party comes on board and they feel like the other party didn't steal, they didn't do anything, and you didn't go after them, that is your problem. If a new party comes on board and they've realized that there've been much embezzlement of state funds, things were not put in their right places, and they're going after the people, we don't expect the other party to talk. So long as they are going after you, it means they have their evidence. It means they've done their proper check. And they know that truly, you've done that. You've done what you've been accused of. The motive should be we fighting these people. And then forging forward for a developed country. A country that is free of corruption. A country in which we have politics, but all issues are not supposed to be mad or buttressed with politics. That is what we want. That is what we want to see. And we should also do away with instances where when a political party member is being arrested, we'll have people or members of that party standing behind the person, supporting the person, making claims that do not even exist. Because mind you, the person is being sent into court. And the court, as an institution, it's not like you sending someone there that day, no, and then the person is being allowed to go, or maybe the case is being sorted out. They'll have to verify it, they have to probe into the issue, and then be totally or 100% assured that what you've been accused of is right or wrong. And sometimes these politicians try to interfere, influence. And then at the end of it, we see nothing out of it. What we are trying to say is that when a party comes into power, you've taken after a party, and then you realize that they were not doing what they said they were doing, go after them. Because that office that they are holding, or the office they are working in, belongs to the state. It belongs to you and I. It is your money. It is my money. You go after them. You don't keep quiet because you feel like when I go after them and they also come, they won't go after me. You didn't go after them, and then they are in and they are going after you. Why are you complaining? One thing we should always sought after is the development of the country. No one is above the law. No one, not even the president, is above the law. So long as someone is found guilty, The person should be made to face the law. That is what we want to see, not politics. Thank you for making time with me on Debbie's Scale.